Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I want to welcome you back to our talk about the values of success minded people. And I want to talk to you now about one that really is easy to talk about, and that is to be happy. And I'm not talking about happiness in some abstract form of what is happiness and the seeking of happiness. I'm just talking about being happy, about having a good day. And I think that it is so important for the success minded person to be a happy person. I mean, we got just far too many gloomy people going around. And it is just useless to be grumpy all the time. What is it that you succeed at being grumpy? Now, someone can say, what do you succeed at being happy all the time? Well, you succeed at a whole lot of things being happy all the time. For one, you're a lot nicer to be around. Who likes to spend time with a grump? I don't. I'm sure most people don't. Because all you're going to hear is whining and complaining and moaning and groaning, and heaven knows we get that from all different avenues anyways. So we don't need to have somebody around us all the time who's just going to complain and fuss. So it's always to our benefit to be happy. Now, happiness isn't this denial of reality. See, one of the things that people get confused when they hear about people who are positive thinkers or being positive, they think that you're looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, that you're not facing reality, that you're stuck in this idea of everything is fine, nothing's bad. And that's the farthest thing from the truth. Matter of fact, positive thinking people are probably the most realistic people in the world. See, a positive thinker understands that there are a lot of negative things going on in the world. They're aware of their surroundings. They're aware of the difficulties that go on. They're aware of the challenges that they face in life. They aren't just saying, la-di-da, tomorrow's another day. They're facing the challenges that they have. The difference between a positive thinker and a negative thinker is that the positive thinker knows that besides seeing the challenges that are there, they understand that there is an answer that is also there. That with every challenge, there is the opportunity for something great to happen. Napoleon Hill says that with every obstacle, there is always an equal opportunity for greatness. That no matter what happens in life, that we can look at it and say, if there is this difficulty, there has to be an answer. And no matter how difficult it is, there is an equal answer to that difficulty. And we can make it through. That there's always an answer. That's the positive way. The negative thinker looks at the difficulty and says, what's the use? Why am I even bothering to do this? Why am I facing this challenge? This isn't fair. This isn't good. You know, one of the things that my kids grew up knowing, and believe me, they'll tell you about this if you ever talk to them, is kids are famous for when things don't go their way, the first thing they're going to say is, that's not fair. And my answer to them has always been, life's not fair. There is no fair. And there isn't. There is no fair in life. That if we're looking at fair, matter of fact, you don't want fair. Just think about it. How many times have we seen something happen to somebody and we think, well, it's not fair that they didn't get punished for it, but then if we really look at it, haven't we done the same thing or worse? And if fairness was a game, then we'd be facing a pretty difficult thing, wouldn't we? You see, fairness only works if we look at it that it's on both sides. Well, life isn't fair. Things don't happen on the grounds of being fair. And we don't want things to be fair, to be real about things. So you look at the negative person and they're constantly looking at things and saying that, there's no hope. There's no reason to fight this battle. And they give up. That's why there's so much failure that happens around us. But then you get a positive thinker. You get the happy person who looks at things and says, I know that there's an answer to this. I know that there's something better that's going on. It's the old story about the kid who, gets a stable full of manure as a gift and happily starts digging away inside the manure and is asked, what are you so happy about? And says, well, with all of this, I know that there's a pony in there somewhere. It's like, well, of course, you got to look at things from a positive perspective in understanding that we can help one another. We can help each other find answers to things. We can be an encouragement to one another. Life is difficult. It's a challenge for every single person. We all face those challenges. But in facing those challenges, we need to be people who can encourage one another, who can be there to strengthen one another. And that never happens if you're looking at things and saying, there just isn't any hope, there isn't any answer to this. What you're doing is you're constantly defeating yourself. But when you keep a positive and cheerful attitude and say, I know that there's an answer here somewhere. I'm not going to be discouraged. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to allow this to defeat me. I'm going to embrace this. I'm going to be encouraged. I'm going to be positive about this. You'll always make it through. You'll always find that answer. Why? Because the answer is there. There always is an answer. Just because you're positive doesn't mean you create that answer. The answer is there. That's reality. That's what I mean when I say that positive people are the most realistic people that there are, because they're facing reality. The reality is that with every difficulty, there is an answer. Always. There always is. We've seen it throughout history. We have seen it over and over and over again. And it's only those negative people who decide that they're going to give up or just be frustrated or manipulate others through their negativity that we get this idea that there isn't answers to things. There are answers. Some of them might be difficult, but there are answers. And there'll be positive answers if you stay positive. For the Growth Center, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I do want to encourage you to pursue your purpose and change your world. Hi, John Patrick Hickey again. And I want to thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. I do want to suggest that you hit the subscribe button, which is at the bottom of your screen, and that way you won't miss a single episode of any of the videos that are posted. If you'd like more information about my books or any of the blogs or videos that are available to you, then just go to our website, which is www.growthcenter.net. Or if you'd like to reach me by email, you can also do that by going to leadership@growthcenter.net. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.